Alright guys, welcome to an episode of Why the Hell Do Engineers Hate Mechanics? Today, our victim is a 2011 Chrysler Town and Country with this noise. Alright guys, I'm going to show you how to disassemble this. This is relevant if you're doing the window regulator, if you're doing the lock actuator, or the door glass. You're going to have to do the steps to do all of that. Either one of these jobs you have to do. We're just going to do the lock actuator though. Start out by folding your seat down and getting it out of the way so you can get the door panel removed. Alright, behind the door handle there is one T15 screw. So I take that out. Open the door, start at the bottom, and start working the clips loose. And then you'll be able to get in and close the door and get a couple more worked loose. I'll pop this off and we'll get back to it. Okay, so as you can see, I got the door panel off. It takes a few minutes and you gotta really know how to pry and where to pry. But pop from the bottom, get it loose a little bit over here, and then close the door and just start working your way around. It might crinkle a little bit, but that'll go away when you put it back together. First mistake everyone makes is they start messing with these cables. Don't mess with these cables. Leave them on there. They're not made to come off. Only one cable has to come off, and the rest of the stuff you unbolt. The next step in disassembling this is actually to take the window all the way out of the van. I'll show you what you have to do to get that window out of there. Okay, so you come out here to this pillar right here on the side of the door. You have to remove this plastic piece. There's glue right here, glue along that side, and glue right here. Then a clip there and a clip at the bottom. You'll probably break those, so get ready to buy some new ones. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and take the glass off. This hatch here, very important. It's made, you need to be able to access this hatch to take it apart. So we're gonna go ahead and I put the switch in and we're gonna go ahead and just roll the window down to where we can see that first screw. After you get the glass 10 millimeters off, there's a 10 millimeter right here. You're gonna gotta get a ratchet on there and take it off. On the back of the door, there's another 10 millimeter right there. Go ahead and take it out. Now with those two out, we can slide this here over, which I mean, I'm trying to do it one-handed, but it will slide over. I'll grab a screwdriver. Screwdriver, slide this piece here over, out of the way, like that. And now we'll pull this piece here out of the way, and we'll get our glass out of there. It comes out right here. All right, glass is out. Next, you're gonna wanna come down to here and take these two 10 millimeters off right there. Okay, with those screws off there, you gotta remove this piece here and just set it aside. It's gonna come off with the entire piece. All right, go ahead and pop this here harness off at the door with your panel popper. Okay, so now you should be ready for the next step. Got door panel, you got all of the harness, you got this harness here unplugged, you got the glass out, and you've got that cable down there off. Next thing you're going to want to do is disconnect the cable inside the door that goes to the outside door latch, which is actually really easy to do, and I'll show you. I do this, look down in there, you see there's the cable right there. Pretty easy to get to. I'll come up from the inside here, you can see it. Just pop that off, it's off there. See, one motion, no problem at all. Alright, next you're going to want to take out the latch bolts. There's 3 on this side, 1, 2, and the third hidden back behind there. And then there's 3 on the back. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now you need to release 2 cables from the inside. There's one right here. That one there goes back to the back of the door. And there's one here, down here, and it goes to the door handle right here. So you just reach down in there, there's C-clamps, and you just push the cable out of it. No problem. All it's holding on now are these 10 millimeter screws. We'll go ahead and get those out, and I'll show you how to remove it. Okay, all the screws are all out. You can see I take this piece here that has a thing I took off the bottom track, and I just clip it there. That's probably where it came at from the factory when they were about to put this in the door new. Now we just got to take this door out. This whole piece comes out. When you pull it out, it needs to come out and then up in this front corner at an angle to clear that track in the back, and I'll show you. It's going to be hard to get that on camera, but I'll show you when I get it out. I did forget there is one ground screw right here. You got to take that out. Don't forget to put that back in or your door won't work. Alright guys, there we go. I got the assembly out now. You can see right here at the bottom of this track, that right there will catch. So you kind of have to lift this up at an angle and get this to slide past the end of the door back there. So you have to lift up the front of the door, and that'll kind of pull that forward. This is the part we're going for, but if you were doing the window regulator or any of that stuff, you can see it's all exposed now. One advice I'll give: take these cables that come like this. You see, I got this here, it's got to go back in, it's the front latch, I got it clipped right there. This is the bottom door stop, I got it clipped right there. And this is the one that goes inside to the actual door handle, I got it clipped right there. This will assure you when you put it back together, you don't put it back together wrong, and you can put all that stuff back down in the door the way it goes. Alright guys, now for that lock assembly, there's 2 ears here, one there, one there. These slide into it. You'll take it off, you'll undo this T15 Torx, slide your actuator out, put your new one in, making sure to fish the little connector through on the other side where it actually makes the connection, and make sure you put your linkage rod back on. Then you just put these ears back on and put it back in the car. Alright guys, I'm going to try and show you how to reinstall this. I can't hold the camera, so I'm going to just set it here and I'll show you guys what to do. Start with your door about halfway open like this. Grab your giant assembly piece, run it into the car, and you're going to want to take it and turn it at an angle, just like this. Get to here. That's where, yeah, I told you, you gotta lift up at an angle. You have to clear this piece down here. Difficult part of this job is that piece right there. Up there it is. And then it slides right back in. Alright. We got our little tab set there. Now that that's in, I like to take a screw here and just put one in. Okay, now we'll take our 3 latch screws, come back to the back, line them up by just moving it like that, and throw them in real quick. Okay, now we're going to reinstall the front latch, which is this one here. This is going to fish down to the door, and I'll line the screws up and I'll throw them in. Reattach your lock cable. Again, it's just as easy as it is to deattach as it is to reattach. Just fish this ball in there. Run it up into the back and lock it back in. Done. Alright, don't forget to reattach that cable inside of there, and don't forget to attach that cable inside of there. Up next, we'll take this piece here that goes back down here onto the track. Okay, next you're going to want to throw all your bolts in around the cover plate. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 of them. Okay, now we got to throw our window back in. Let's go ahead and get that done. Alright, after that you just have your 2 track bolts to put back in. You have this one here, which goes right there. And then you got this one down here, which goes right here. Next you need to put 2-sided tape on this trim piece. I find it's always best to let someone else do that. So you can see he's installing it right now. That's the loud guy. Okay, so now we're done. Real quick, we'll go over the tools you're going to need. I use an impact driver, use a T15, a small Phillips screwdriver. That's because both actuators are the same, and you kind of got to switch a piece off of it. You need a small Phillips screw. 10mm wrench, you'll need that. Pocket knife to get that adhesive off. 10mm ratchet, and a 10mm extension, pry bar, standard screwdriver, and a T30. Those are all the tools you'll need, and you'll need some more 2-sided tape. Get all that, you get the job done. Okay, I hope you found this video helpful. Hopefully you didn't tear up your door trying to do it in the process. And if you want more content like this, just let me know. Appreciate it.